Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode. It's about time you stop lying to yourself. About time you stop sugarcoating things. It's about time you accept things for what they are. The truth of the matter is, this enemy hates you. This enemy has always hated you. And as long as you continue to play your cards right, as long as you do not give up, this enemy will hate you for eternity. At some point in your journey, perhaps early on, before you awaken to who you are, before you realize your power and potential, you must understand that the enemy's objective was always to gaslight you, to keep you confused, to keep you stuck, to keep you small. This is when the enemy resorted to low vibrational cowardly tactics. This is when the enemy tried to gaslight you. This is perhaps when you dealt with narcissistic abuse. This is when you dealt with energy vampires and manipulators, gang stalkers. For many of you, you could not understand why these people were behaving this way. Why is it that despite how generous, kind, caring, and loving you were, these people seem to have a problem with you? For many of you, your awakening, the moment where everything changed, was when you realized that you were never the problem. That you were simply surrounded by pathetic cowards. That you were surrounded by people who had no problem doing to you what you would never do to them. And the moment you saw things for what they were, that is when everything changed. That is when you felt that a huge burden had been lifted off your shoulders. That you can once again breathe. That is when you understood these people's true intentions. Why they came at you so hard. Why they coordinated all their efforts to destroy you. This is when you understood that these people were always intimidated by your potential. That everything good about you, these people were actively attempting to destroy. That is when you realize that these people never wanted you to awaken to your power, your potential, and what you are here to do. This is when your newfound clarity turned into a different emotion. This is when you felt the anger begin to rise within you. This is when you committed that no matter what, you would make these cowards pay. You would make these cowards pay for everything they did to you. That everything they tried to destroy, you would now only magnify. That you would focus on everything they hated about you, and you would give them a reason to hate. So you did what you had to do. This is when you became even stronger, even faster. This is when you invested more time and efforts into what you love to do. This is when you began to learn what it was you needed to learn. And after you escaped these people, After you continue to implement your new way of life, after you found once again your motivation to persist, to move forward, you realize that things became much better for you, that everything changed. You see, you felt that now you could draw a line in the sand. You could draw a line in the sand with the power and independence you have created for yourself. You had raised the bar on your enemies. You were making it clear that you are no longer tolerating low-level toxicity. That if they wanted to come for you, they had to make their intentions clear and they had to do it. Once again, though, you have found yourself in spiritual warfare. Now you are realizing that what you once believed to be intense was only the beginning. That things are much darker than you had initially anticipated. Now your enemies have decided that they will be removing the gloves. Now your enemies are no longer concerned about being exposed. The reason your enemies have become so desperate is because at this point in time, you are not only reflecting to them how cowardly, miserable, low vibrational, and weak they are, but you are also showing them that their way was not the correct way. That all this time, while you have been building, while you have been growing, they have remained small and stagnant. Everything that they wanted for you is what they are currently receiving. This is why the warfare has intensified. This is why you feel that your enemies are crashing out, that they will stop at nothing now to destroy you, to drag your name through the mud, to end you completely. What your enemies do not understand, and the reason they will never be successful, is that while these cowards have been fighting for worldly things, while these cowards have been investing all their energy and resources into ensuring that you do not receive these, the reason you will be victorious, the reason you will not give up, and the reason you will continue to move forward is because you are fighting for something much deeper. You are fighting for your salvation. You are fighting for the liberation of your soul.